And you as the agent body, if you are here with EXP and you're an agent, you do have a voice when it comes to leadership. And we just wanted to introduce ourselves to you and let you know who we are and how you can get involved. So we are the agent voice. And what we are is we're a conduit between the communication and support of you, the agents, overarching the company initiatives, and that connection with leadership. So we meet every 2 weeks and we discuss different issues that are going on in the company. We also discuss different ideas for development and growth of the company. So it gives leadership that perspective from an agent perspective and an agent body perspective. So all of us here are agents that are in production. We are from all over the country. So this is actually the United States Agent Advisory Council. And we'll talk about global here in a little bit. But I just wanted to introduce you to who we are. There are 12 of us on the Agent Advisory Council, and we're from all over the country. And we have various experiences in real estate. Some of us are new agents. Some of us have been in the business for over 20 years, right? So it's a diverse group and diverse representation of you, the agents, when it comes to meeting with leadership and giving perspective. So I really quickly just wanted to review that with you and realize that, transparency is one of our core values. And we really take that to heart with the Agent Advisory Council, because that gives you, the agent voice, a channel to communicate with us so that we can communicate with leadership. Now, I know that we have a net promoter score, and if you've been listening to any of the speakers here at Shareholders, they've talked about that net promoter score that you get every quarter, right? You get that net promoter score survey to where you can give feedback to the company. And they even talked about in the numbers about how our net promoter score has gone up from 70% to 75%. So the company is doing a really, really great job of hearing your voice, and giving feedback. So for us, we are more of that real person committee or council that you can come to and give us ideas for development. What could make our company better? Any ideas that you have, we would love to hear those. So there are 12 of us on the council. And, the first question is why is that important? And we just feel as, being agent owners in the company and being an agent, not only agent-centric company, but agent-driven, and that this company is agent success obsessed, right? So having this voice of you, the agent body, is really, really important. So we wanted to just come up on the panel today and introduce ourselves and talk a little bit about the Agent Advisory Council, how you can communicate with us. But not only that, every 6 months, there will be 3 agents that come off of the Agent Advisory Council. And we are looking for agents just like you to be the agent voice on our council. So we're going to keep that in mind as we go throughout the presentation today in the panel. So maybe you could think about, as you're sitting in your seat as an avatar and you're an agent here at the company, think about if you would be a great candidate to join us on this council and be an agent representative. The thing I enjoy most about being on the Agent Advisory Council is I actually get to spend time with our leadership. Jason Gessing and Glenn Sanford, Stacy Annan, Dave Kennard, they come into our meetings and they want to hear the agent voice and the agent perspective on things as things are being developed in the company, which is really, really awesome. So just as you're sitting here listening today, maybe think about if, you would like to take the opportunity to give back to the company that gives us so much. So I will go ahead and introduce some of our panelists that we have here today. If we could go to the next slide. And by the way, I'm Jackie Bowman from Ohio. I don't have my name tag on the top of my head. Mine's green for some reason today, but I am from Ohio, and I've been in the real estate business for about 17 years. And I am very excited to introduce Miss Sylvia Dana. She is from Michigan. So Sylvia, if you want to introduce yourself and let us know how long you've been EXP, how long you've been on the Agent Advisory Council.
Fantastic. Okay, I joined EXP in 2017. It was August 1st is my start date of 2017. I had been a realtor for about 8 months at the time. And I was the first EXP agent in my board and in my city, and had no idea really what I was doing, but I figured it out because we have an awesome world. And that's where I got all my questions answered, and my broker, and I kind of blazed my own trail, and that's what I love about this company, and that's why I'm here, and that's why I joined the Agent Advisory Council. And I guess, when did we do it? Because Jackie, you and I started around the same time, right? So was it January of 2020?
Yes, January 2020. Yeah, and they're 2-year terms. So if you're wondering how long you're able to serve, it is a 2-year term. And again, every 6 months, 3 of us will come off of the council and 3 new members will be added. So awesome. Perfect. All right. And next up is Alex Huffman. Alex, if you want to introduce yourself, let us know your market, how long with EXP, and how long on the Agent Advisory Council.
Hi, thanks, Jackie. I am in the Minnesota Twin Cities specifically market. I've been with EXP and a realtor actually for 3 years, a little over. And then I joined the Agent Advisory Council with Sylvia and Jackie in January of 2020.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to speaking with you as well. Thank you so much, and thanks for serving. And next up, we have Orlando, and he's going to tell us about his market. And we are honored that he has just been installed as a new member of our Agent Advisory Council. So go ahead, Orlando.
Thank you very much. As you said, it is an honor to be part of the counseling. My market is in Miami. I've been with EXP for almost a year, and I'm a brand new member to the counseling. So I'm here to help you guys, to help all the agents as much as I can. Just please let me know. You can contact me directly via chat, and I'm here for you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And welcome to the AAC. And Monica Weekly.
Hi, everybody. I'm Monica Weekly. I'm in the Cincinnati, Ohio market. I'm brand new to the Agent Advisory Council. I'm super excited about that. Been with EXP. Sylvia, I didn't realize you and I have the same anniversary date, August 1, 2017. And I've been selling houses since 2003. So this company has completely changed the direction of my future. And I'm so happy to be on this council and be giving back in that way.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And we will go ahead and monitor the chat as well if you have any questions. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and start. And we will go in the same order of the slide deck. We'll go Sylvia, Alex, Orlando, and Monica as we go through these questions. And just had a few questions for you all as members of the Agent Advisory Council to start off with. So the first question would be, let me go back. I was like, I had the questions in front of me. The first question would be, if you could share any 2 things about the Agent Advisory Council, what would they be?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead, Sylvia.
So, when we were talking about this, I was thinking about this, and my first thought, my first instinct about this was, the first thing is, as far as Agent Advisory Council, we don't have power, but we have influence. And also, when it comes to agents, we want to hear from agents. We are agents in production like you. We want to know what you're thinking and feeling, but at the same time, and this is just me, my blunt self, at the same time, a lot of things that agents will bring up are things that can be easily solved with just questions, asking questions, going into the world, asking questions, going to your broker room, asking those questions, asking the agent onboarding service people, brokerage operations, because, for someone like me, and then someone I saw, John commented, he was first in his board as well as an EXP agent. So if you've been around a little bit, when EXP wasn't everywhere yet, you really had to just figure stuff out. But EXP has always offered, since I've been a part of it, so much. And so, kind of helping yourself and being an advocate for yourself is so important. And that's really why I am here, is because I want to help others realize that they can be advocates for themselves and help this company be everything it's meant to be. And so that's really all I have to say about the Agent Advisory Council.
Cool. I love it. So just being resourceful too. That's great because we do have all of the resources. That's awesome. Okay, next is Alex. If you could share anything about the Agent Advisory Council, what would that be?
Yeah, well, I really love just being a part of it and the fact that everybody involved with it, from our staff liaison Scott to all the members, is we're all here to truly help improve and keep our culture. And I love that it ranges from smaller agents, or agents that are just on their own, to agents that are running mega teams. And so I love the diversity in that sense, our national diversity, and it's just great to see so much from around the country that you wouldn't otherwise have a part of, and keep helping that culture. That's one thing I really love about it.
I love that. And that's one of the things I value as well, is just being connected with new agents. Like I'm just starting to get to know Orlando, which is amazing. So just, we wouldn't be in the conversations we're in if we weren't on the council. So just definitely networking, of course. All right. Orlando, if there was anything about the Agent Advisory Council you could share, what would that be? Or maybe just, what brought you to the Agent Advisory Council to apply?
Well, I think we all know that EXP's DNA is agent-centric approach, right? It's not focused only on the company, but gives a lot to the agent. And you can see that in the compensation. We have stock awards, stock purchase, revenue share. All of those things, right? And I had the opportunity to interview Glenn Sanford about 2 months ago. And when he talks about his vision, when he first started EXP, truly have the feeling of him creating a company for the agent. So when the ACC, the opportunity to be part of the ACC came on board, I said, listen, this is different. This is just not politics. And I think we truly have the ability to improve the agent experience, the agent compensation, the agent's training and opportunity. So I'm just glad to be here, being part of this amazing group of people.
Awesome. And we're glad to have you. Thank you so much. Monica, if you could share anything about the Agent Advisory Council, or maybe why you were attracted to be on the council since you're new here, what would that be?
I am new here. I was attracted to join again because I really did want to give back. But I will say this, that I've been a part of other agent-led councils at different companies, and they were not nearly as effective or respected by leadership. And I really do hope that everybody listening here today understands that there is a real link between you and leadership. And the great thing about this company is our leadership is already very accessible to us. If you go to any event, you will be able to access them, and through any number of our different ways to talk to and interact with leadership. But this is another way. And when you understand that the direction of this company is so guided by our NPS, our promoter score, then you can understand why the agent council is also so important, because leadership is really listening to you and really wants to understand what you need and what's next and how to pivot for that. So that's why I joined. I just felt like it really was important and time well spent.
Perfect. I love it. And so, yeah, I mean, it's been amazing. I mean, a perfect example. I can tell you a little story about Courtney Shakarun, Chief Marketing Officer for EXP Realty. When we were going through the process of redoing our logo, she came to the AAC, the Agent Advisory Council, and she said, "Hey, this is the plan. This is what we're thinking of doing. And we want that agent voice. We want that agent voice to be heard. And we were all about that. We were so excited, and we were just honored that she came to us. I mean, she was only a couple months on the job, maybe even a couple weeks when she started that project. And as the chief marketing officer, her goal was to get the agent's input and to get the agent's voice. And so that just confirms exactly what our role is. And we had some conversation in the chat a little while ago. I mean, just to reiterate, we are all agents like you. We are running full-time real estate businesses, and we are definitely different from staff. We are agents just like you, but we're giving staff that just agent perspective on things that they may not normally get when they're thinking of developing things for the company. And speaking of that, I wanted to introduce Scott, and I wanted to also apologize because I can't figure out why our slide deck isn't working properly, but I just wanted to introduce Scott Segarian. Scott is actually, I'll let you tell him tell you his title in the company. He's part of our growth leadership, but he's also our staff liaison for EXP Realty. And I'm going to have him tell you a little bit about himself and his function on the AAC as our liaison. Go ahead, Scott.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, everyone, for joining our session here today. I know you have a lot of choices, so we really do appreciate you. First of all, I can definitely echo everything that you've heard so far, how important the feedback is that funnels through the AAC is to the leadership. I've worked for a lot of companies, brokerages. I've worked for a regional large MLS. And so I've been really inside a lot of brokerages. And really, I've never seen anything like this where agents and really anyone can have direct access to our leadership. But we do want to formulate it and formalize it. We've got the NPS, and we want to combine that with what the AAC is doing. I'm incredibly inspired because everything is really agent led here. You know, if you look at Extend a Hand or One EXP or the AAC, these are all agent led initiatives that happened not too long ago in real life event, saying we need this, we want to build our company and we want to make it better. And so to be a part of that is incredible. My role with the company is a vice president of growth strategy. So I'm on the growth side with Dave and the regional vice presidents. And that's a really interesting role because we don't have staff all across the country on the ground, thousands of people growing our company. We're doing that through our agent and our agent owners and our partners. So to get to be in charge of strategy, when you don't have, staff is a different role. And so we lean on and rely on you, our agents. And so we've got ones that agents that have stepped up to volunteer, and they are literally coming to the table with ideas that are major impactful things for our company, along with solutions. And so just being at, I really do take a back seat. I make sure that this AAC has the tools, the access that they need, the direction, but really everything that they take on and all their initiatives and their passion comes through on their own, and they lead with it. And so that's really exciting. I welcome anyone to, fill out, the contact form, the information form to the AAC to get your feedback, and also visit us in our booths. We will be there.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are in booth D41. And if you wanted to write that down or visit us later. But also, Scott just mentioned, thank you so much, Scott, by the way, for all of your support and everything you do for us. It's amazing to have someone on staff that can also help us with being that conduit and being that voice. But we do have a page on Workplace. It's called Voice of the Agent. Voice of the Agent is where you can actually go, and you will see a Google form there. It's in Workplace. Thank you, Sylvia. She's typing that now. The form is in a pinned post right there on Workplace, and that's where you can get access to that form. And what we're really looking for is if you have, ideas for something for the company that could, have effective change, right? Something that can help us grow, or agents do our job better, or service our clients better, whatever that may be, bring some of those ideas to us, and we would love to hear about those. And again, just so you're aware, we do have that Net Promoter Score survey, and we have that entire department that works on the quality of the agent experience at EXP. So a lot of times we will get some of those types of things filled out on our forms, like, hey, I've been trying to get tech support to help me and this hasn't happened. We're going to probably forward that on to staff because, again, we're agents just like you, and we're here to help make effective change in the company on new projects and new things that are going to help our businesses grow, help us with agent attraction and those types of things. So we welcome you to fill out the form if you have any ideas. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with our panel questions. And we're going to go in the same order again. We'll go Sylvia, Alex, Orlando, and Monica. Sylvia, what do you hope to bring to the Agent Advisory Council during the remainder of your term, which is till the end of this year?
So Jackie, this is an interesting one, because when we started together, you and I and Alex, there had been other people, and there are other people on the board with us. And, because of how we worked, we were sort of not sure how to operate, right? And now that we kind of have a better grasp on it, and Scott's our liaison and you're our chairperson, we have the rest of the year to really get clear on how we operate and how we can be influential and how we can, help this company evolve and continue to be agent-led and agent-centric. So I'm just excited for, working hard for all of us in the next several months to make sure that the AAC itself, aligning with your goals and the rest of our goals, the AAC itself is functioning the way it should, and so that we can really make that impact. And so really, I am just here to be of service in any way, because I just have a high desire to be part of it. I think I have that, that FOMO, fear of missing out. And so that's what makes me just want to do kind of whatever I can do to step up and, meet those needs and find those needs and fill them as part of this group. So I hope I can just bring everything that I'm able to.
I love it. I'm going to give you a little quick shout out because she does a lot of KB Core videos. So if y'all are trying to figure out your KB Core, Sylvia's just that type of person that likes to give back. So definitely look her up. Okay. So thank you so much for that. Next up is Alex. So Alex, your term is the same as ours as well. And like Sylvia said, there are 12 total members. We have 5 members that have served for 2 years. They're coming off at the end of June. So, Alex and Sylvia and I are coming off at the end of this year. But Alex, in our remainder of this, I think we have 8 months left or 7 months left. What are you hoping to bring to the AAC for the remainder of your term?
So I love that we have people like you, Jackie, that are chairwoman, who are just so good at focus and organization, because it's like the least, I'm terrible at it. So I love that we have people like you to keep us on track on some of the major things we've been kind of working on. But one thing that I kind of really want to focus on is just helping spread the awareness, because the more people that know we're here, the more of our agents that know we're here to be their voice, the more effective we can be in actually being their voice. And it makes me think, when I found out I was selected to be on the council, I called my broker and I told him I was really excited. And he was like, yeah, that's great. What is that? So spreading awareness just to our agent body to let them know we're here for them. And we just want to be their voice. That's it. So that's really what I'm focusing on.
That is one of our goals, absolutely, is to just bring that awareness. So you're probably going to see us throughout the rest of the year at some state meetings. We're going to be visiting your state meetings and just becoming a little bit more visible, because the more visible we are to you all, the more feedback we will get from the actual agent body when it comes to leadership as they're developing things for the company. So that's awesome. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alex, and thanks for serving. We are going to go on to Orlando. Orlando is new on the council, so he will have a full 2-year term. So that's a good outlook for you. What do you hope to bring to the AAC for your term?
I think, again, awareness is key. EXP has so many tools to help the agents. I think many agents are not still familiar with the ACC. So it's just awareness to not only to the group of people that we have in our team, but to the whole company. So I'm here to service you guys. You let me know what you need, and I'll do my truly best to help the ACC and the agents.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you. And we're excited to have you serve and give back. We appreciate that. And Monica, what do you hope to bring to the AAC during your 2-year term? And you're new with us as well.
I am. Well, the first thing I want to bring is energy, because you guys have been at this for a while and you're still showing energy, which tells me a lot about the council in general. But I think anyone coming on to a new council can obviously bring just some new energy, new ideas, and truly want to be a voice, as everyone has said, for y'all here in the audience and out in the entire company. I'm a selling agent. I run just my own business. I don't have a big team. I'm from the Midwest. I'm kind of your average gal in that way, but I also do coach agents and train agents around the country and in Canada. So I have a lot of interaction with a lot of agents, and I think I can bring just a sense of like a pulse of what's going on. And I want to ask good questions and help make great recommendations for leadership as we charge forward.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. And one of the things that we've recently discussed is, formation of, global AAC. EXP Global is getting so big, and just, having them use us as a model and being able to help them develop their advisory councils as well. And that's exactly what we're doing, is we're advising leadership as they're growing. And as, obviously we are definitely in growth and momentum phase of our company for sure. And as you heard Grant Cardone say, Glenn said 500,000 agents, and he's like 10x, right? So, I mean, it's just unbelievable. And just to be part of something and to be closely connected with leadership is just a true honor. And that leads us into our last panel question that I have, and then maybe we can open it up to a few questions from the audience. But we talked about how Courtney Chacaran came in, and Michael Valdez has spoken to us before, and also Curtis Dixon doing all of the amazing things with education and EXP University and just all of the developments there. We love that we get to see their presentations. We get to see what's going on in the company and give them that advice, the advisory council of the agent body, which is awesome. So the last question is, we'll start with Sylvia again. Why would you encourage an agent to join the AAC in the future?
I always get to start. I'm not sure, like, okay.
Well, we can go in reverse order if you want.
No, I got this. Okay. So why I think somebody should consider joining the Agent Advisory Council is, number one, we need a lot of different perspectives. And I love kind of our new thing, how every 6 months there's going to be, 3 agents are going to cycle off and on. It keeps the perspectives fresh, and we're not going to be cliquey. And I love that. And so if somebody, and we've talked about this, Jackie, if somebody just has a heart for this company and just really wants to be a part of what's happening, not someone, and this is just, again, me, my bluntness, not someone who has like some agenda or has one big complaint. Obviously, if there's certain changes that you want to see occur, absolutely. But if you have a heart for this company, you love this company, you want to see it evolve, you want to you want to blaze your own trail within the company to connect with these agents, to help everybody feel a part of it. Because I think that's one thing with EXP, when people join it, the virtual office thing, or not having an office to go to, or not having a team, they can tend to feel lost. And so I feel like it's my personal mission almost to help everybody understand that you can find your tribes here, and you can blaze your own trail, and you can connect, maybe even more so, and at like a 10x level here at EXP than you could somewhere else. And so if you're somebody who just really is that connector, and wants to move this company forward, being agent centric, this is for you. And we welcome everybody to come and be a part of this as it continues forward throughout the years.
Absolutely. And the way you can do that is that Voice of the Agent page in Workplace, where we'll go ahead and post there places that you can apply to be part of the Agent Advisory Council. So perfect. Alex, what would you say to encourage an agent to join the AAC in the future?
I would say whether your production level is incredibly high and you have a good input from that point, or honestly, I've been an agent for a year when I had joined the council, and I would just encourage you to apply if you want to help move this company in the right direction and help keep our culture focused on the agent, which EXP is always going to be focused on, but really just to be, if you like having an impact and standing up for each other, because really as the voice of the agent, we're standing up for you and what you're telling us. So if you have a desire to either, like I said, help continue this culture or to really just be there for all the other agents at EXP, I would really encourage you to apply.
Awesome. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you for serving. Go ahead, Orlando. Why would you encourage an agent to join the AAC in the future?
So in our organization within EXP, we call it C5, right? And one of those C's are the community. And to me, there's nothing more important to a business than the community. The exponential growth, the improvement happens not because of one person, but because of a community. And there's a saying back from the 1940s, I'd rather have 1% effort for 100 people than 100% of my own effort. I go a little bit further on that and I say I'd rather have 1% effort, knowledge, and experience of 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people than 100% of my knowledge, effort, and experience. So joining the ACC will allow the agent to help the company they are owner, right, on or they're part of, to truly accelerate that growth, to truly give the input, right, to the company through the ACC, make the company much better. So it's a no-brainer. I mean, this is I think an amazing situation to be in, and that would be the community.
I love it. And just to reiterate, it's that, we're agents just like you all in the audience, and we're not getting paid to be on the Agent Advisory Council, right? It is truly your agent voice, and exactly what Orlando said, having that representation, have 100 minds together at 100%. So thank you so much for that. Monica, what would you say to encourage other agents in the future to join the Agent Advisory Council?
So this quote came to my mind. It said, "Get involved. The world is run by those who show up." And this company is important to me. It's important to my family. It's important to my future. It's important to my exit plan, my strategy to experience life in a new way. And if you're feeling the same way about this company, get involved, whether it's the AAC or in other ways, or at your community level or whatever. The locking in, the engaging is where growth happens. We can't, somebody once said, nobody cares what the win-loss record is of the referee, right? We got to get in the game. For me, this was part of getting in the game. I said it was giving back at some sense for me, but there's a selfish piece. I get to hang out with 11 other leaders every other week and in between, and tell me that that's not going to be important. So I think there are a lot of reasons to get involved, and I hope everybody sitting in this room that has any interest will raise their hand. And no matter where you are in your production or how long you've been an agent, if you care, it would be a great place to start.
Monica, thank you so much. I want to kind of interject here and thank you for saying that, and as well thank every AAC member that we currently have. It absolutely does matter. This group and all of our agents, but certainly this group is absolutely driving leadership. They come to me and say, how can I get into the meeting, or what does the AAC think? And So, I'm actually have some skills here just listening and being in the room, listening to agent leaders who have their own businesses and their own lives and their own families dedicated so much to the company that they love. And so I can tell you for sure, an absolute certainty that it makes our staff work so much harder for you.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Well, in speaking of that, we did have a slide that had all of our members on it, but I can't seem to find it. So I really quickly want to just acknowledge the two co-chairs from last year, Elizabeth Riley and Jeffrey Funk. Thank you for their leadership and them passing the baton on to me to be the chairperson of this year's AAC. But I also want to mention the other members, Teresa Ballinger, Juan Alvarez, Debbie Rena Hines, Nakia Evans has just joined us, and Rebecca Hamilton. So again, and then of course, all of the folks here on stage, Alex, Sylvia, Orlando, and Monica, welcome to the AAC. And we are just a powerful group of 12, Elizabeth and Jeff and Teresa and Juan. They are all going to be with us until the end of June. And we will be getting some new members at the end of June as well. So if this is something that you all are interested in future serving, please don't hesitate to contact us on that Voice of the Agent page in Workplace. And so at this point, if there's anything else in closing that anybody else on the panel would like to say prior to us taking questions. All right. Well, thank you, agents, for joining us today. If you have any questions about the Agent Advisory Council, please don't hesitate to ask. And yes, Elizabeth and Jeff were absolutely amazing, and they served a full 2 years. They'll be coming off in June. So, and all of the people in the past that have been past members of the AAC who've led us here. I mean, it started out with Jean Frederick and Susie Truax, and just, there's just so many great leaders that have been on this council. And so it's just been an honor for all of us to serve. So thank you so much to everyone. And if we have any questions, I'll be looking for those in the chat, but thanks for joining us.
And I also just want to jump in, Jackie, and just remind people to come to our booth. What's our booth number again?
D is in dog 41, or D is daring. There you go.
Come visit us at our booth. Hopefully we're all scheduled out and we're going to be manning it. Somebody's going to be there, and you can talk to us there. You can, there's links there to our workplace group. I also had put it in the chat earlier. I can do that again. There's a link to our forum there, and we'd love to connect with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you so much. Yes, it is an honor for us to serve you as the agents, but it's just such an honor for me personally to be able to give back to the community of EXP, because our company gives so much to us. I mean, a company that's not only agent centric, but driven by agents, and just the agent success obsessed theme that we have here at this company. This council is the true proof of that transparency, the true proof of that community culture and collaboration that are part of our core values. And it's just an honor to serve. So if you're considering it, definitely follow our page, join our agent voice group, see what we're all about. We will be seeing you all at state meetings and becoming more visible, so that we have that conduit with leadership, which